waited 1,000 years for this moment.
I am the Guardian. We've got this. Zodiac up!
Oh yeah!
No, I just have to just get sad for a moment here for your character, Morgan. Why?
Everybody's been saying this, like, oh, we're sorry about Morgan, and they all have different theories about Morgan, if she's coming back, if she's not, and I'm like, I have no idea. I'm just so happy that I got to be in the sandbox and play,
You have your
Star Wars, come on, so.
Do you have your own theories?
I do, but for the sake of that tradition at Lucasfilm, I know nothing.
The NDA is like you can't even talk about your own theories.
Friendiers, I call them. They're friendiers.
So you're the guy. You're the guy in the movie. Yeah. No, it's a team effort, a collaborative effort, but you're it.
Yeah, the Apprentice. I'm the Apprentice. Yeah.
And so there's so many animals, and your character, it's San Francisco, trying to be normal, high school kid.
Mm-hmm.
How do you channel just you as a person into that character? Like maybe if it's like little mannerisms, like how maybe NorCal people talk, etc. Because they like to say hella a lot.
Hella, yeah. Bay Area, the hyphy movement. I'm not from the Bay, so I can't represent all of that, but it wasn't hard to kind of like find myself in this story, being Asian American, growing up in an American school, wanting to find a sense of belonging, trying to like balance like my American culture with my Asian identity. Those are all stuff that I didn't have to dig too deep to kind of resonate with, because I feel like that is my story growing up. In terms of like letting a little bit of Brandon shine in through the character, our directors, Ramen, Young Duck Jun, and Carlos did a really good job at, just letting us improv in the booth. And they're just like, yeah, just let it be yourself. So there's definitely a lot of Brandon in there. We had some moments to improv.
Sherry, Tiger's Apprentice, Zodiac goodness, and your character is the monkey, and then your real life Chinese Zodiac is not. And so what is that like, trying to change everything about your life to fit this character?
Yeah, this is the beauty of acting and being able to express and also adapt through the craft. Just like how I'm not the Zodiac monkey in real life, I'm also not a doctor in real life. I'm also not, a lawyer in real life. And my parents are disappointed, but my point is, like, we really kind of shift to the assignment we're given, and I think Naomi the monkey is really me. We do pour ourselves into the cup when we perform, and Monkey is very quick-witted. Monkey is very pranky. Monkey is saving the day a couple times in the film, because she casts spells, and she really shows up and delivers, I'd say, without any spoilers. But yeah, it's kind of cool just being any type of self-collaboration, in a sense, right? When you're finding these layers that are within you that take you out of your comfort zone.
So we're here for Tiger's Apprentice, and so you play the horse, and your Zodiac horse. Was that like a coincidence?
Actually, the weird thing is, I really was born Year of the Horse, so I always say I was born to play this role, literally. So yes, I thought and that was all by accident. And when the producers found out that I was born Year of the Horse, they're like, oh, that's really cool. So yeah, this is really fun for me. And I have horses all over my home. I love it.
Horses, actual horses?
Yeah, I have horses. When I went to China, I had this jade-looking horse, and this is way before I got cast for this. But yeah, so it's quite a coincidence,
You're a pro, like just getting on a horse, riding, whatever.
Absolutely. And you think about the characteristics of a horse. It's pretty much in alignment with who I've always been. For trying to put a lot of energy into my life. Loving to connect with social groups and taking on leadership positions. And yeah, that's pretty consistent with who I am. So.
I play Mrs. Lee. I play Tom's grandmother.
And so you get to play a kick-ass character, and very caring, but I love the chemistry between just the character and how it's crazy. Like, yeah, I'm the crazy grandmother, but it's also cool, and it's also cool to be not normal. So what is that like for you, just playing this part?
I think you just described me. Kick-ass, cool, but not very normal. Look, I feel that grandparents are very underrepresented, on the small screen, the big screen, and I love the fact that I get to play a really funky, ferocious, but kind and loving and devoted grandmother. I see a lot of real-life grandmothers who are kick-ass, funky, ferocious, and kind, and I actually have a mom who's like that, and I channeled so much of her into the character, so it was so fun, so beautiful for me to play, and I really hope to grow up and be a grandmother like Mrs. Lee.
Yes.
Yes.
And you're playing a pig, so what is that like, trying to channel the tiger to the pig?
Well, it's fun because tigers are much more, I would say, guarded and just mindful about their every step and a little bit more aware. And pigs are much more ebullient and carefree, and they could be a little too excitable and get ahead of themselves. But tigers don't make a misstep, they're like very mindful. So I think it was really fun to let loose and be a pig.
And so during this, do you have certain characteristics of the tiger that carries over, that spills over to the pig?
Yeah, I work hard and I get it done. And do not mess with me. And also bring me warm milk. I'm just kidding. Tigers don't drink warm milk, but no. I think I always bring a certain amount of fierce dedication to whatever I do.
And with the role, was it like, did you get to choose which zodiac you get to be, or is it like, this is it, you're the pig here?
You think we have that kind of onus in our career that we choose what animal we're going to be? No, I auditioned. And then they cast me as the pig. But it really makes sense because the pig is a real ham. You're welcome. And I suppose if I had a choice, then I would just get to that fork in the road, and I would choose pig.
All these puns are coming. All right.
I've done it for days.
And so what was that like, trying to channel that? Like, do you have like dogs as pets, or?
Yeah, I had dogs as a pet, and I would just kind of get a description of what they wanted and say, well, what would my dog do in this situation? What would I do as a dog? Am I going to be a happy dog, a fun dog, an angry dog, a cool dog? So it was a lot of playing, which was really great and really fun as an actor. So.
And we usually with like these animated projects, like they make you do like grunts or just random sounds, and yeah. So I was wondering, like, you're looking at it like, oh, we have to do like a lot of like ruff, 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 stuff like that.
A lot of ruff, ruff, ruffs, and then I try to do a little ruff, ruffs, trying to imply some kind of get some message across, or ruff, ruff, I'm upset, or here how's this ruff, ruff, and I'll give you happy ruff, ruff, and. It was a lot. There was a lot of, like I said, a lot of just experimentation, which is really, really fun as an actor. To say, how about this, and just go.
Okay. Hey. Oh, there you go. Yeah. Oh, we got a little electricity. That's a good thing, right? It's great. Here for Kheng Hua Tan. She played the mother on Kung Fu, and she literally is like a mother to us now. We're all family, and we're here to support her. And so I can't wait to see the movie. I don't think any of us can wait to see the movie. Yeah.
And then I want to ask you, like, for your zodiac, do you identify with that animal?
I do. I'm the boar. I would say that I really enjoy eating. I think boars also enjoy eating. I think they can be potentially aggressive. I can be competitive, so I suppose it's a little analogous.
Food competition.
Food competition?
Yeah.
That'd
be like right up your alley.
Yeah, 100%. I'm a little bit too competitive sometimes. Yeah. But I enjoy that. Yeah.
So what is like the one thing that that gets excited, that you're excited about? Like, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna beat everyone here.
Well, anything. Yeah. You give me a game, I'm zoned in, and I'm gonna go for it. I love a good game. I love a good competition, but in good fun.
Yeah.
But
what game?
Basketball. Basketball, StarCraft. I'm a huge StarCraft player. Actually, right before this premiere, I was playing Fortnite. I love Fortnite. I was playing duos with my fiance and trying to get a victory royale. Didn't, but that's okay. We got like top 5, So.
You have a favorite skin for Fortnite?
Favorite what?
Skin?
Oh man, I'm currently the Tiger. Actually, hilariously, Tiger's Apprentice. Yeah. So it's all all makes sense. I've been using this big tiger who was like actually bigger than the Hulk. I was next to the Hulk in the lobby, and the Hulk was like small compared to me. So
they make all the bigger characters smaller in Fortnite.
I know. Yeah, I love that guy, and I'm using Tiger recently.
Yeah, and Tony the Tiger. There you go.
Tony the Tiger. There you go. Yeah, that's the name.
You're the composer for this movie, but you've composed a lot of movies, and I love your stuff in Transformers. Yeah, so I don't know if you as a composer, do you listen to your own music like while driving the car?
Never. I can say that with full confidence. I don't listen to my own music, but I appreciate that very much. I've heard it enough.
Especially when working on it. And so with this, Tiger's Apprentice, so what was it for you? Like, how do you channel like your experiences into this project?
That's a great question, because I appreciated first the fact that this is kind of a new. It's based on a book, obviously, but it's a new property to be brought to a film. You know, it's not like Transformers. We've had so many Transformers films and all these. Nothing wrong with sequels, but I like that this was something new. And I am a Japanese American. I don't know how many people know that because of my last name, but so I can connect a little bit with the character in this Chinese American growing up in California, which is where I grew up. And
which part of California?
Southern California.
Okay, there you go. Yeah.
Northern, but I'm in Southern. But yeah, I connected with his character pretty early on, and I liked the vibe that he's this kind of. He appreciates his culture, but he also doesn't want to be known just for that. He's got this other side, and the way he brings it all together, and I think that's really cool to not forget your roots, but also you live in this modern world, and just to learn how to bring them together, I think was cool. That's what we tried to do with the music as well.
So, do you identify as your zodiac animal?
Oh God, I think I'm a dog. Not particularly. I wasn't really into that sort of thing but I did kind of read into it on this, and my kids were kind of into it. Oh, what am I? So we had fun with it, but I don't. More than a fun thing to do with the kids, I don't take it. Yeah.
You find out you're recently. How recent did you find out you were a snake?
Oh no, I think I was in high school, and because I'm born at the top of the Western calendar. My classmates and I all thought we were horses, and then and I was flipping through a book or something, and I told one of my friends, Clarence, I think we're both snakes, because you were born at the beginning of February and I was born in the beginning of January. And snakes are not looked upon as stereotypically great creatures on the West, so he was kind of horrified. But then I started reading more, and it's actually one of the cooler, smarter, savvier creatures of the Chinese zodiac. So
way better than a horse.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
And so let's say, because there's other, when I think of snake, I also think of Harry Potter, Slytherin, and all that. So when you watch that, how do you feel about that?
Oh, but that's, I think that's kind of part of the point of Harry Potter is some of the biggest heroes, of those books were actually turned out to be snakes, and it was really about sort of understanding each other, respecting each other's differences, embracing those sides, and making the choice about who you are as an individual. So, more power to Slytherin than snakes.
Oh, yeah. There you go. And so, with this project, The Tiger's Apprentice, what was it about the project that captured you? I have to help with making this movie a reality.
For me, it was just a dream come true. It was, I started working, so the producer who originally optioned this and brought this to life is Jane Starts, who could not be here today. But I went to go work with her to run her development, and it was one of the first projects I saw in 2007. And I was like, what? We can do this? We can have a character whose last name is the same as my name, who grew up in the Bay Area, who's Asian American, and has an adventure as big as Harry Potter's. Well, that was just, it was a no-brainer, and it's something I've put a lot of passion and heart behind ever since.
And so, what was your input on just trying to capture, let's say, San Francisco life?
Well, our team did an incredible job. They did a lot of research. We had amazing consultants from San Francisco Chinatown. We worked with Gold House. Fortunately, San Francisco is not too far away from Los Angeles, so and a bunch of us, our director Ramin Hui spent a lot of his life there. I grew up there. A ton of people on our crew did as well. So there was a lot of attention to detail, attention to authenticity, and also kind of celebrating both the light and the dark side of this town, beautifully rich with history and the Asian diaspora, and all of that sort of coming together. In a film that celebrates both the old and the new.
Oh yeah, and so you've done live action, and then with this animation, but you've done like animation before. Blue Eye Samurai, that's like another thing. That's more mature rated. So what is it like just in this realm, like that just captivates you?
I've done quite a bit actually. I don't realize it until I realize it. Blue Eye Samurai, I was in Turning Red, Pixar as well. I'm in a couple of Nickelodeon shows, Baby Shark and Transformers. I'm just over here doing a little voice acting here and there. But I love it. I love it because when we grow up as kids, we watch cartoons and it teaches you that anything's possible. It really leaves it all to the imagination, and that's what we're doing. We're just playing and we're discovering who these people are, in the voiceover booth, and anything is possible. So I love voice acting. I started in radio. Obviously I do stand up, so anything that requires a microphone, I'm in.
There you go. Okay, I have to ask you, favorite cartoon when you were young?
I'm gonna manifest this. I've always wanted to do a live action of Hey Arnold and play Phoebe.
There you go.
Paramount, let's go.
And so, like, I don't know how your experience is as like an Asian American. For me, I can relate just with the whole, let's say, the family stuff and getting embarrassed. Like, let's say with your other friends that are like non-Asians, and but then you just learn to like accept it. So I don't know if you ever felt the same way with your character.
Absolutely. I actually felt like, so I grew up in the San Gabriel Valley, which is mostly Chinese population. Almost all of my friends were Chinese, maybe some Vietnamese, some Latinos and Hispanic population in the San Gabriel Valley. So a lot of like what I felt like I needed to tussle with was like, who am I as an Asian American? So like a lot of times I found myself having to like prove to my friends like, oh, like I am part of this culture. I am also like I am still Chinese. So that was like kind of my own like inverse of Tom's thing, because he was like struggling, like trying to fit into like a Western culture. But for me, like I was trying to find my Chinese identity.
Let's say if it's not the horse, which zodiac animal would you be?
Ooh, outside of the horse, I gotta go with the dragon, like my godfather. Gotta go with the dragon for sure. So yeah.
Dragons are cool. They're big and they can fly.
I think Uncle Bruce started, He was the dragon, right? So yeah, so the dragon. And then I gotta tell you, the tiger comes a close second because Dad was Year of the Tiger, and I love it that this is the Tiger's Apprentice. So yeah, that's pretty cool.
And I just want to ask you, like, dream project in the future. Let's say genre, whatever genre you could pick, and lead character as an actor.
Ooh, I would love a really cool modern piece doing some action, kind of sort of in that raid kind of genre, maybe. The Raid?
Oh, The Raid, yes!
I like that, and just get some women in action.
Yes, come on.
Female version of John Wick, yeah, I can see that.
No, there's a Vietnamese version, I forgot the name of it, but she's like a Vietnamese mom, someone kidnaps her daughter, and she goes, like, it's on Netflix, and she kicks ass.
All right,
yeah.
I got to see the woman that kicks ass. Okay, yes, but yeah.
Remember the name.
Yeah, but something in that spirit. But I also love period pieces too, believe it or not. So yeah, and of course, there's always a good sci-fi. I love sci-fi projects. So yeah, so we'll see what fate has in store for me. I call it Threads of Fate.
And since this is the Tiger's Apprentice, I have to ask you, like, the zodiac. Do you identify with your zodiac?
Oh, absolutely. And guess what? I'm born in the year of the tiger. And tiger women are scary. But I shamelessly announced to the entire world, I'm born in the year of the tiger. Go and count. I'm happily 61 years old. Ferocious, but devoted, kind, and I really identify with all those characteristics. I'm born in the year of the water tiger, so I may be ferocious on the outside, but a real pussycat on the inside.